Most runners are looking for the key to unlocking hip extension because their stride feels short, tight, or stuck. They believe it must be a lack of flexibility or strength that's keeping them in this pattern, but it's not. It's their nervous system. Here, we will discuss how the other 23 hours of your day are affecting your running stride and what you can do to change it. The secret is, it's not about doing more, it's about doing less. Today, I want to talk about your nervous system. Basically, we have two main modes, if you will, for our nervous system. We have the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Now, the sympathetic nervous system is the one that is on when we need to be engaged, when we're in a stressful situation, or really any situation that's requiring our full, undivided attention. A lot of times this is when we're in danger. This is when it would be the heightened the most. But even in day-to-day activities, if they are things that your body's not used to or things that require your full, undivided attention, you're going to be in your sympathetic nervous system. The other mode is the parasympathetic nervous system, and this would be the mode that your nervous system is in when you're in between the doing. So let's say you have to run out and do some errands. So you're going to take a trip somewhere, and while you're on that trip, you're engaged because you're having to get things done. When you come back and you get a chance to sit down or lay down and relax, now you're in your parasympathetic nervous system. Now, the problem and how this comes up in our running is that our bodies, if you're finding yourself in this pattern that I have found myself in, our bodies are thinking that we're in danger while we're running. We haven't created the correct type of space for running. And I do believe that this is largely in part to us not listening to our bodies. What we're taught in running culture, in endurance sports, is that you push through. So if I told myself I was going to do an 8-mile run today, I'm going to do an 8-mile run today. If I told myself that I wasn't going to stop until the turnaround, then I'm not going to stop till the turnaround. And I do believe that it's this exact mentality that's actually wrecking our nervous system and wrecking our ability to move freely, to move with flow and with ease. The characteristics of the sympathetic nervous system that I've found that I identify with most are rushing, being under pressure, pushing through discomfort, like what I was just talking about. And the last one I have here is we are only okay if we are making progress. So kind of this mentality around your life that if you're not doing something productive, then you're wasting time. I personally identify with that a lot, and I know that leaks into my running patterns, my movement patterns as well. So the main takeaway message for today's video is that your body's not broken. We come into this idea of fixing our stride, and I know for me, the first thing I tried to do was stretch and strengthen. That must be the problem, right? I've got these muscles that are weak and these muscles that are strong. I need to stretch the ones that are strong and tight, and I need to get stronger in the other areas. And it's not that that's not true. It's just that doesn't work if your nervous system never switches into parasympathetic. If your nervous system is still on and engaged in the ways that it's trying to protect you, then the stretching and the strengthening, it's not going to be effective as you would want it to be. So Know that. Just know that as truth, that your body's not broken. You probably compare yourself. I know I compare myself to the runners I want to run like, to the ones I want to, whether it's in achievement or whether it's in the way that they flow. And it's not that I'm lesser than or that my body is incapable of doing those things. It's just that my body is doing its job. I've told my nervous system that we have to push through these runs, and it's gotten me through them, right? It's gotten me through those runs that I said, hey, this is how we're going to attack this. And we attacked it and we accomplished it. But every time that I've done that, I'm putting another coin in the machine for my sympathetic nervous system to be engaged during my running. And that's not what I want. I want flow. I want ease. I want a lighter stride. And the only way I'm going to get that is by flipping the script and finding a way to approach running where I create a place that feels safe, where I can relax, truly relax, not just put an easy run on paper, but actually go out and run easy and not ignore my body's signals, but listen to my body's signals. I hope you find this information helpful, and thank you for tuning in. If you watched it all the way to the end, I am proud of you and I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.